What's up everybody, welcome back to the Neighbor's Kitchen. I'm Danny and this week we're making this wonderful creamy Parmesan Italian sausage soup. Whoa, that is a mouthful, both in the title and in your belly. Make sure you stick around to see how fast this comes together, how great it is, because you're gonna wanna try this at home. Let's get cooking. Alright, so we're going to make this recipe in my enamel Dutch oven. So let's go ahead and open that up and remove these storage protectors. And let's get it heated up to a nice medium heat. So we're trying a couple things different today that I am very confident in. So once your Dutch oven is up to temperature, we're going to use just a small pat of butter. We're going to get that spread all around the bottom, and we're using butter instead of olive oil because the finished product of my soup, the first time I tried it, had all those oil spots at the top, and I found that kind of unattractive. So we're using butter instead. That will mix in with the rest of the ingredients much better. And we are also using 1 pound of sausage, mild Italian sausage links, casings removed and cut up into little cubes. Originally, I used ground mild Italian sausage, and I thought the final product was just a little bit too small on the proteins. So we're still going to chop this up a little bit, but I'm hoping to get these individual chunks nice and browned so that they stay together with a nicer consistency. And I'm hoping the soup at the end will have chunkier protein. So we're just going to go ahead. And I don't want to dump these in. I think I want to place them around gently with some intent. I'm going to try to get all the sides nice and browned. It'll be wonderful. And then we're going to, once this is browned to my liking, I'm going to take it out, set it aside, drain out any fats because those fats will likely leave that same kind of presentation for my soup that I'm not looking for. And yeah, so we'll see. There we go. These enamel Dutch ovens do recommend that you use rubber or wooden utensils, not metal. Yep, I think I'm ready to try to flip them over. I'm just going to try to go nice and gentle with a spatula. Now that's actually working quite well. A couple of these that are reluctant to flip over. We'll go in with our tongs. All right, let's give it another good mix here. These are cooked enough. I think we're going to go ahead and grab our meat chopper. And one of the things that we're looking for here is I want a little bigger chunks than if we had started with just ground sausage. So I'm not looking to pulverize anything, so to say. I want a little bigger chunks so that you're scooping it up. It's just a little bigger than like what you would have out of a hearty chili, because this is a soup after all. I think that's what I'm looking for. Just going to go ahead and give it a little quality control. Yeah, the Italian sausage links are the way to go over the ground Italian sausage. So we're just going to go ahead, let these get all browned up again. Nice texture. A couple more minutes ought to do just fine. It's also allowing me to release some of this fond into our proteins, which is going to be real nice, I tell you what. Here's one that didn't get halved. Okay, I like that. I believe they are fully cooked. And I'm going to set these aside just on some paper towels. And we want to soak up this fat. Yes, I understand that's flavor. Why you're trying to make it flavorless, neighbor? Well, I don't want all the grease surfacing at the top. That's the whole reason we're not using olive oil. I'm going more for presentation today. The fond is okay, the oil is not, so I'm going to discard that. No big deal. And with a tablespoon of butter, this is unsalted, we're going to go ahead and melt that. Hope that this helps release a little bit of that fond. Not all of it, we'll get the rest later. I want to get the butter up on the sides a little bit of the Dutch oven. And we're going with 1 small onion. This is finely chopped. This is a sweet onion. And I like to leave a little landing pad for my garlic. 1 and 2 cloves of garlic. If you'd like more garlic, feel free to use more garlic. And with the garlic, leave it down there and allow that to get all fragrant before you mix it in with the onions. Garlic and butter, match made in heaven. You can see our garlic's starting to get nice and browned. Our butter's getting browned as well. We're going to go ahead and incorporate our onion. And let these get nice and just smelling good and soft. Not getting that fond up very well. That's all right. We'll address that here in a minute. I do like to add a little bit of my 2-to-1. This is just 2 parts kosher salt to 1 part black pepper. That was maybe half of a teaspoon. That's just going to help get some flavor up in our onions. Okay, I can tell those are where I want them to be. So now, the Italian sausage back in. I'll give that one more stir before we add in our next ingredients. This is 4 cups of chicken broth. And it is at this point you want to get under there with your spatula and just kind of go back and forth, and that's releasing all that fond on the bottom into your soup. That's flavor. It's a little bit of texture. It'll make for a little easier cleanup later as well. So I'm feeling around here, and I can already tell that it's much more smooth. So that is a good thing. And with that, we're going to add just a standard issue 14.5 can of diced tomatoes with the liquid, 1 cup of heavy cream, 1 cup of freshly grated Parmesan. Now this is a 2-cup container. I always fill up freshly grated Parmesan double because there's a lot of air in there. So this is appearingly 2 cups of Parmesan, but it is actually probably, if you discount the air between all of the little slices, whoop, Sadie gets a little treat there, 1 cup of Parmesan. So we're going to add that in there. Make sure everything is nice and mixed up. Almost forgot one thing. We want, ooh, this is brand new, about a teaspoon. That's probably good. We can always add more later. You can't take it out. About a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Stir that all together. We're going to bring that to a simmer, and I will see you guys once we are there. Okay, and we have come to a simmer. We're going to give it another good stir here, and it is time to add our final ingredient. That is some baby spinach. You'll want 2 cups of baby spinach, and much like the Parmesan, this is my 4-cup Pyrex. A lot of air in there, so that's how I measure that. And into our soup we go. And we're going to stir this into our soup. You want to wait until the spinach gets that nice, beautiful green color. And it does get a little wilty, but that's extracting the flavors from that. Look at this color. Is that magnificent, or is that magnificent? And we're going to let this continue simmering for about another 5 minutes or so. And then it's ready to eat. That's it. Okay, after a couple minutes of simmering, Go ahead and just turn it down to low. I don't like to test my flavor until all the ingredients are in. Now, that was just simmering a minute ago. So maybe don't put that in your soup cooler quite yet. But before you call yourself done, always make sure there's nothing missing. I think we need a little bit more salt. Give it a pinch of kosher salt. It needs one more thing. I want just a dash of crushed red pepper flake. Let me mix that in and give it a minute here. That's it. That is it. Let's get this served up and see what we have created. Okay. Look at that. Might have to sneak over here. I like this so much better because it's not inundated on top with a bunch of oil slicks, oil spots, whatever. Look at this. They're almost like mini meatballs. I don't have to go digging for a bunch of small little ground pieces of sausage. So, look at that. Look at that bite. Oh, man. Here we go. I can't wait. Oh. Yeah. I just feel like this is far more creamier. Than the way that I tried it. I think that's due to the butter. I think that's due to a lot of things. I love how we switched the source of the sausage up. Very good. I can't get enough of this. This would be wonderful with a side salad, some breadsticks, couple day old stale bread. Would just soak this up. One more bite, then I'll get you out of here. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and type up my changes and I'll get the recipe in the description below. For my weekly viewers, I'm so sorry I missed a video last week. I've been under the weather. I just couldn't record or edit or eat for that matter, but we're through that. So this will be right back on track. We're getting right back to it. Now from, I guess 2 weeks ago. Thank you all for who participated in our live stream and 1K subscriber giveaway. I hope you enjoyed that. If you missed it, go ahead and watch it on VOD. Summer's around the corner, guys. You can eat soup year round, but this is definitely better in the winter. So go ahead and try this at home. I hope you do. Let me know in the comments below if you do, or even if you want to. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. Until next time, be well.